Well, obviously not pretty basketball, but exhibition basketball. And the best thing is that we can now get into the film room and talk. I thought they were better in the toughness plays tonight than us. The 50-50 balls, the rebounding, at the physicality of screens. I thought they screened more physical. So I thought LA was the tougher team tonight in the toughness areas, which was frustrating. And as I challenged our team that I thought we were getting out-toughed, I thought you saw our intensity pick up, especially by our veterans, and we started to disrupt them more, and had a much better second half. Turnovers are a concern. Obviously, I think we were number one in the league in fewest turnovers per game last year, or at least close to the top. So that amount of turnovers is concerning. I thought we were anxious to make the first play instead of moving the ball and getting into another action. I thought we were very, very impatient. But that comes a little bit with playing a bunch of different people from in training camp altogether. But still, some of that was definitely from our starting group. So a lot to learn from the game. Happy to see Rachel step up with a big shot because we put her in position for a couple shots down the stretch there, and she didn't shy away from that last one. So a good time and score practice for sure.
Curt, you talked about just physicality. Just talk about Lainey and what she brings here, because she's not timid.
Yeah, Lainey gives us something we don't have in a physical guard that thinks downhill and thinks getting to the rim, where we have a lot of shooters in our program, and she is different. She is a person that thinks drive, is a real physical guard, and so she was my pick to be our surprise in camp, and she hasn't disappointed my prediction. She has been terrific all camp, and you see some of the reason why. She's very aggressive, going to the basket, and is physical, and again, she's got a year and 16 under her belt with Chicago, and she almost makes the roster last year with not a fully recuperated knee from her knee surgery. So that is a person that could clearly be entering her third year in this league. So she's been great for us. I'm really excited for her.
How about JJ? What's her status right now?
Still at home in the Bahamas, taking care of not only some family stuff, dealing with some family situation that she's going through, but also finishing up paperwork. So we're staying patient but supportive, and we're disappointed with all the reps she's missing, but she'll get here as soon as she can.
How much does that make of Bree Jones, Green, George? How much do you need them to step up right now?
Well, I think it's great to have Bree back, and she hasn't had very many practices under her belt. But again, always love to see people coming back after their first international season. So you're seeing Morgan with more confidence. You're seeing Rachel with a bounce back. Looks like the Rachel we drafted. Frankly, she's had a terrific camp, and then Bree is much more confident. Nothing shows on the stat sheet with Bree, but she was in help side position so perfectly tonight in so many occasions that nearly every possession when she was in, we were commenting that we were happy with where Bree was. So Bree's X's and O's is very smart, and I think you're going to see the next step in her game.
How about Shanae? You happy with what you saw?
Yeah, didn't know how to overplay her minutes. Obviously, start her, and as you saw, she was the same old Shanae, stumbling, fumbling on the ground, up, long, lanky, and then puts it in. So typical Shanae, just really efficient, and sometimes is stumbling and fumbling around, but is just a really, really talented player. So good to have her back. Haven't played in really game competition in 17 months. So good to have her back, but didn't overextend her minutes.
Bentley's here now.
Bentley arrived tonight. So we will make a cut later tonight as Bentley gets through all her physicals and all her medical testing as the night progresses. We'll see. We'll dress her. I don't know how much we'll play her tomorrow, but we'll dress her for the game tomorrow.
And what's your sense on when you think you'll see Jones?
You know, it's a work in progress, I think is the best way to describe it, and soon.
What did you learn from your team after today, and what are the points of emphasis moving forward?
Well, I think the thing that concerns us is the toughness areas, like I shared, and then our turnovers were bad. We were last in the league in foul shooting last year, and we shot 70% tonight. But when you take out Alyssa Thomas's, we were 16 of 18. And so a nice night at the foul line. Now we just got to get Alyssa going. As you see, she's a right-handed shooter now. I think you're going to see an improved foul shooter despite what you saw tonight. We're real confident with the change, and she looks good in practice with her foul shot.
How about the rookies, especially Lexi? What do you think about her defense tonight?
Yeah, I think that it's never easy to be a rookie and get put on Cappy. While I thought she did some good things, Lexi's next step is the physicality of man-to-man defense. She's a fantastic anticipator, and she's smart, but she played a lot of matchup zone at Duke and a lot of zone where she could just get in the passing lanes. So the point of attack, which we use the term, the physicality at the point of a screen, a ball screen, a down screen, a flare screen, that physicality she hasn't been involved in and night out in a zone team. And so the physicality in our league in those areas is where she's going to grow. But she can get in the passing lanes, and she's a smart player. But the physicality of the game is going to be the biggest adjustment for her.